Shalom, man. See if we good to go. We'll hop right into it. See if we good to go. We'll hop right into it. Well, we good then. Shalom, shalom. I want to go into a quick lesson, man. As you know, the Passover, service tonight. Then we got the also tonight starts the feast of unleavened bread. Shalom to the daughter of Zion, Yahabashim Shabrakatah. But as we going into the Passover, tonight, and also starts the feast of unleavened bread for 7 days. We can't eat leaven, but reading in Exodus, man, that's what I want to get into this lesson. As you can see from the title, man, then and now, saved from the plagues in Egypt. You see, passed over, because then it happened then, man. And I want to get into a few examples. The Most High sent 10 plagues upon Egypt, man. But the thing was that as the plagues hit Egypt, they didn't hit no Israelites. No Israelites went through those same plagues that the Egyptians went through, man. Right? And that happened then. That's why I want to title it Then and Now, because the same thing happening now in this new Egypt, spiritual Egypt, right? As the scripture say in Revelation 11, the same place we're in today, spiritual Egypt, which is Babylon. Just as the plagues hit all the Egyptians then and not the Israelites, now it's going to be the same way. But now it's not all Israel going to be protected, but only the Israel the Most High, man. You see, only the Israel the Most High, which is the elect, the remnant. You see, we will be protected, and Lord willing, we're that number from these plagues that's coming, just like we was protected back then in Egypt, and ultimately passed over when the death angel come again, man. And that Yahweh Shai bringing much death, you see. But I'm gonna go ahead and hop into the lesson, and Lord willing is edifying. As I mentioned, the Most High brought many plagues on Egypt. I'm gonna start with this. This is Exodus 7 and 1. It says, "And the Lord said unto Moses, See, I have made thee a god to Pharaoh, and Aaron thy brother shall be thy prophet. Thou shalt speak all that I command thee, and Aaron thy brother shall speak unto Pharaoh, that he send the children of Israel out of his land." That's the same thing we doing today as prophets, speaking all that the Lord commanded us, not out of our own mind. Everything we say, we call it and read it from the Bible, man. We back it up, because why? It's the Lord's word, not our word. And it says, "And I will harden Pharaoh's heart," this the point, "and multiply my signs and my wonders in the land of Egypt." And that's what he about to do today, the same thing. Bring plagues on Egypt as before. You see? And even worse, because Yahweh Shai said, what? It's going to be a time like never before on earth, man. You see that? Turn this music down a little bit. Right? A time like never before. And so it says, "But Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that I may lay my hand upon Egypt and bring forth my armies and my people, the children of Israel, out of the land of Egypt by great judgments," man. You see, now let's get into some of these plagues. Now, we're not going to hit all of them, but I just want to get the ones that said specifically this that happened to the Egyptians, but it didn't touch Israel. Then I want to go into how the same thing in these times, man. Plague is coming, martial law coming, Jacob's trouble. You got the coronavirus, man. You see, shit, the RFID microchip. But we gotta hope we of the Israel the Most High to be protected and saved from that. But this is Exodus 2 and 20. It says, "And the Lord said unto Moses, Rise up early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh. Lo, he cometh forth to the water, and say unto him, Thus saith Yahweh, Let my people go, that they may serve me. Else, if thou wilt not let my people go, behold, I will send swarms of flies upon thee and upon thy servants." Now, if you read, I think this is the fifth or fourth plague, because if you read, the first one was what? Moses and Aaron, they turned the staff into a snake, and then what? The water turned into blood, and then you had Egypt was filled with frogs in everybody's houses and your food, whatever. And then next, the Most High turned all the dust in Egypt into lice, man. You know how much dust in Egypt? You know how much lice that was? You feel me? So this one, the Most High go send flies. Now think about it. You already aggravated when a fly around you swatting and shit, swatting how much, man, when you go into how many flies it was, bro, you couldn't see. You see? Right? And it says, else if thou wilt not let my people go, behold, I will send swarms of flies upon thee and upon thy servants and upon thy people. Right? And into thy houses, and the houses of the Egyptians shall be full of swarms of flies, and also the ground whereon they are. This the point. And I will sever in that day the land of Goshen in which my people dwell. Because remember, Israel was dwelling in the land of Goshen at the time. You see, from when Joseph was still living, right? And Jacob and them came down with the 12 sons and their families. They was dwelling in the land of Goshen. They were still there until this time. So the Most High said, yeah, I'm going to send these flies upon the Egyptians and all these plagues, right? But watch what he say. And I will sever, which is separate, and I will sever in that day the land of Goshen in which my people dwell, that no swarms of flies shall be there, to the end that thou mayest know that I am Yahweh in the midst of the earth. And I will put a division between my people and thy people. Tomorrow shall be this sign. You see, it was a division. The Most High brought the plagues on the Egyptians, right? But they didn't touch Israel. He said it was a division. You see? It says, and the Lord did so, and there came a grievous swarm of flies into the house of Pharaoh and into his servants' house. And think about it, this is something that make you uncomfortable. Again, you know, like I was running the other day, you know, the little gnats that be around your head. I'm running them bitches all in my shit, man. You see, I got aggravated. So how much a swarm of flies, no matter where you go, they there. You in the trying to take a shower, they there. You trying to sleep, they all in your ear, your mouth, your nose. You see? Shalom to the brother Yashala YG. How about Shemel Shabrakatah? You know? So this was an uncomfortable situation, but the point is that what? The Israelites wasn't going through it. They was going through their regular little life in captivity. You see? But the Egyptians were suffering, man. It said, and another thing you have to remember, these plagues, and like Apostle Gabal always go into, we can't just read. No, read and actually put yourself in it, man. Sometimes it might take me an hour to read just 20, 25 scriptures. Why? Because I read it and I try to think about it, put myself there. When these plagues hit, you got to think how we say paper dollars ain't actual money. What's money? Land, cattle. You see? Gold, silver, things like that. That's riches. Well, the plagues that the Most High sent, it affected the Egyptians' land. You see, they cattle. That was their money. In other words, the economy was crashing, man. They ain't have to have a stock market to show you the economy. No, the economy was crashing, man. The same thing today. Then it happened, and now it's happening, man. But now it's paper dollars. The coronavirus, that's a plague. That's a plague. But we have faith that we are the elect. The same thing like he did in Israel, then we gonna be protected from that, man. You see? So as you read these plagues, no, hey, damn, the Most High was crashing the Egyptians' economy, you know. But it says in the Lord, matter of fact, I'm gonna go to 22 again. It says, and I will sever in that day in the land of Goshen, in which my people dwell, that no swarms of flies shall be there, to the end that thou mayest know that I am Yahweh in the midst of the earth, and I will put a division between my people and thy people. Tomorrow shall be this sign. And the Lord did so, and there came a grievous swarm of flies into the house of Pharaoh and into his servants' houses and into all the land of Egypt, and the land was corrupted by reason of swarm of flies. You see, it was destroyed, man. You see, right, Lord willing. But this is the point. It says, and Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron and said, go and sacrifice to your power in the land. Well, that's the end of that one, but I'm gonna get another one, man. You see, but as you see what I'm getting at, different plagues was hitting Egypt, but they wasn't hitting the Israelites, man. Just the Egyptians. That's what we hope for today. When these different plagues, diseases, martial law come, pestilence, whatever it is come, We pray that it hit these Egyptians in this spiritual Egypt and not touch us, man. You see, right? Hey, Shalom, to the princess Nakira, Yahweh Shema Shabrakatah. But I'm gonna get another example, right? This is Exodus 9:1. It says, then the Lord, and then after this, we're gonna go into us today, man. It says, Exodus 9:1. Then the Lord said unto Moses, go in unto Pharaoh and tell him, thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh of the Hebrews, let my people go that they may serve me. For if thou refuse to let them go and will hold them still, behold, the hand of the Lord is upon thy cattle. And what's real money again? Cattle, land. So now the Most High gonna affect they economy, man. This is how they buy and sell and trade. This is how they do things. This is how they was making money, eating. You see, it wasn't like say you had to go to the store and buy beef or lamb. No, you had your own cattle. You went out there, skinned it, did whatever, fixed your own food. Well, look, the Most High gonna destroy your cattle. How you gonna eat? Famine. You see how you gonna sell? Come on, right? So it says, for if thou refuse to let them go and will hold them still, behold, the hand of the Lord is upon thy cattle, which is in the field, upon thy horses and upon thy asses, upon thy camels, upon the oxen and upon the sheep, everything they had. It says, there shall be a very grievous murrain. Watch this. And the Lord shall sever, which is separate again, and the Lord shall sever between the cattle of Israel and the cattle of Egypt, and there shall nothing die of all that is in the children, that is the children of Israel's. But everything died. That was for who? The Egyptians, but not the children of Israel's, man. Right? And it says, and the Lord appointed a set time, saying, tomorrow the Lord shall do this thing in the land. And the Lord Yahweh did that thing on the morrow, and all the cattle of Egypt died. Watch this. But of the cattle of the children of Israel died not one. You see, we wasn't touched. Our cattle wasn't touched, man. But everything for the heathens who was oppressing us was touched, man. And it says, and Pharaoh sent, and behold, so Pharaoh trying to see, like, man, go see if the Israelites shit died, man. All our cattle dead. Go ahead and see if they shit died and let me know. It says, and Pharaoh sent, and behold, there was not one of the cattle of the Israelites dead. And the heart of Pharaoh was hard, and he did not let the people go. He felt played. He felt played, man. But the point is, you see how the Most High was touching their goods. Shit, touching them, man. But not the Israelites. And that's what we have hope in the times to come, that we won't be touched by the plagues, man. And Lord willing. That's why it's on us to make our calling and election show, man. Let's get another one. This is Exodus 9:22. It says, and the Lord said unto Moses, stretch forth thine hand toward heaven, that there may be hail in all the land of Egypt. Now, when hail fall, you got your little ice rocks. No. And we don't know, but I highly doubt it was just a regular little ice, balls, No, I bet it was some big ass hail. It says that there may be hail in the land of Egypt upon man and beast and upon every herb of the field throughout the land of Egypt. And Moses sent forth and Moses stretched forth his rod toward heaven, and the Lord sent thunder and hail, and the fire ran along the ground. So how you gonna have shalom to the brother be Yahweh Shemashah Barakatah, bro? Hell is ice, fire is fire, but they was together. Come on, man. Come on. It says, so there was hell and fire mingled with the hell. Come on, only the Most High Yahweh can do that. The hell ain't melt from the fire, and the fire wasn't put out by the hell. They was together. The Most High was sending ultimate destruction, man, upon these people economy. Remember, their cattle was dead. The stuff in their field, their land was messed up. That's real money. The Most High was destroying the economy. Right. Yep, that's another one. Exodus 8:2. And if thou refuse to let them go, behold, I will smite all thy borders with frogs. Right. The Most High was sending buku plagues, man. Just how he go send buku plagues now. And it's already started. We're gonna get to that though. And it says, so Exodus 9:24. So there was hail and fire mingled with the hail, very grievous, such as there was none like it in all the land of Egypt since he became a nation. And the hail smote throughout all the land of Egypt, all that was in the field, both man and beast, and the hell smote every herb of the field and break every tree of the field, bro. Messing all this shit up. Your land, your cattle, that's your money. You see, the economy being destroyed. In other words, they Dow stock was dropping, they Nasdaq stock was dropping. If they had what's the little shit, the little trading shit, stock market, they shit was dropping, man. And it says, but watch this. And every herb of the field and break every tree of the field only in the land of Goshen, where the children of Israel were, was there no hell, man. It was happening all in Egypt, but right on side of Egypt, the city right there, it wasn't happening to the Israelites. Now picture that. Picture that. You know how sometimes, I'm sure it happened to y'all before, it could literally be raining right here, and you take a few steps over, it's not raining right here, right? I experienced that before. You see? Or it may be dark right here, and a few streets down is light. You see? Well, that what was happening, man. Picture that. You standing over here in Goshen, being Israelites, you looking over there, you seeing hell and fire falling from the sky, burning shit up. And you standing right here in clear weather, probably at the sun. Ain't nothing touching you, man. Come on. And that's how we gonna be when we see these people dying left and right, and they coughing, and hey, we just shit going on. Because why? The heads of the Lord will be protecting us, Lord willing. And it says, only in the land of Goshen, where the children of Israel were, was there no hell, man. Right? Let's get a couple more, and then we can hit that how it pertains to us today, man. But this is let's see, Exodus. Let's see, Salakia. Lost my spot. All right. This is Exodus 10 and 21. It says, and the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand toward heaven, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt. They say thick darkness. Well, that's how thick it was. You can feel that shit, man. Thick darkness. And when you go into Wisdom of Solomon 18, King Solomon gave you the background on what was happening during the 3 days of that darkness, man. You see, side note, the Apocrypha, oftentimes when situations went down, said in the Old Testament, Apocrypha give a little more detail, like when Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego was thrown into the fiery furnace in Daniel. Well, in the Apocrypha, the book of the Songs of the Three Holy Children, that was Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the fiery furnace. It was telling you what was going on while they was in the furnace, man. You see? But the point is, it was darkness over the land of Egypt. And if you go to Wisdom of Solomon 18, now for the sake of time, I ain't gonna get into it, but he told you specifically what was going on. They seeing evil spirits. They seeing fires being lit out of nowhere. They hearing footsteps run past them, animals run past them. But look, say you're in your house, where these sounds coming from? But that was just a little side note. Lord willing, I could probably do a lesson on it. But it says, get this example real quick. Exodus 10 and 21. And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand toward heaven, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt. And Moses stretched forth his hand toward heaven, and there was a thick darkness in all the land of Egypt 3 days. They saw not one another, neither rose any from his place for 3 days, but all the children of Israel had light in their dwellings, man. You see that? All the land of Egypt was dark for 3 days. It says, but all the children of Israel had light in all their dwellings, man. We seen, and we literally on side them. Yup. The water to the brother. Yup. Adan Taza Yawan, it says Wisdom of Solomon 17 and 3. And this is one of the scriptures that King Solomon was expounding on for that darkness. It says, while they supposed to lie hidden their secret sins, they were scattered under a dark veil of forgiveness, being horribly astonished and troubled with strange apparitions, man. Right. You see? But it says, going back to this, the water, it says, Exodus 10 and 23, they saw not one another, neither rose any from his place for 3 days, but all the children of Israel had light in their dwelling. You see, so these plagues was hitting the Egyptians, but they wasn't touching the Israelites. Right? Let's get one more example. This is Exodus, and this is the main example, the main Passover example, right, that we can get from these accounts, man. right? Which is the last plague that Pharaoh said, man, look, get out of here. You know, this is Exodus. Let's see, Exodus 12, and I'm gonna start at 12. Exodus 12 and 12. It says, for I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, against all the gods of Egypt. I will execute judgment. I am Yahweh. And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. And where that blood came from, the lamb that we had to kill for the Passover. Now, what's our blood today? Yahweh. That's the lamb of the Most High, right? That's the sacrificial lamb, right? So he shed his blood, and if it's on our doorpost, right? If we cover with his blood, our sins are forgiven and covered by Yahweh's sacrifice. Being that lamb, guess what? We're going to be passed over too. And that's all pertaining to the elect, man. Then the nation of Israel, right? But the elect on this side, and it says, and when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt. You see? And that's what happened, man. That was that last plague. The Most High killed the firstborn of every man, woman, cattle, slave, whoever it was in Egypt at the time. The Most High killed their firstborn. But guess what? It didn't touch the Israelites, man. Right? Now, you see, I just want to go through a few. Now, it was more plagues than that, but I just wanted to hit the points where it told you what the plague was, how it hit the Egyptians, but how it didn't touch the Israelites, man. And the ultimate one was that death angel coming and passing over the Israelites, right? Now, I want to get into how that happened then, but the same thing happening now, man, right? The plagues ain't going to touch the Israel, the Most High, because then it was all Israel, but not just the Israel, the Most High, which is the elect, right? I'm going to grab this real quick because we in what? Babylon, Babylon as well, but also Egypt. Real quick, Revelation 11 and 8, and their dead bodies, talking about the Israelites' dead bodies, spiritually dead, without the knowledge of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai, and who we are as a people, the knowledge of our heritage, the scriptures. It says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is America, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. And this is America. Spiritually Sodom, spiritually Egypt. Why Sodom? Homosexuality push got the whole world following. And why Egypt? Because just like in Egypt, all 12 tribes was oppressed and in captivity. You see, because think about it, when the Assyrians took the northern kingdom into captivity, it was just the northern kingdom. Then after that, the Babylonians came to get the southern kingdom, and we were split after that, right? After King Solomon, we were split. So we wasn't in captivity together no more until when? Until now in this new Egypt, just like the old Egypt, man, then and now. You got all tribes here in Babylon the Great, which is spiritually Egypt. You see? But guess what? Just as the Most High brought plagues on that first Egypt, he going to do it on his spiritual Egypt once again. This is Revelation, Salaki, getting a little excited. This is 2nd Esdras 15, and I'm going to start at 8. It says, I will hold my tongue. This is the Most High speaking. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cry unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Right? And the same thing, when the Most High heard us complaining in Egypt, that's when he started sending those plagues. He sent the prophets out to prophesy to Pharaoh, Moses and Aaron about what was coming, and he sent them. The same thing. We crying a sign to the Most High. He's sending the prophets out to prophesy what's going to happen and what you think going to happen. The plagues, man. The plagues start from the apostles and elders, a great millstone, and whoever teaching a likewise doctrine is going to happen. Right now, we in a spiritual Egypt, but what else is going to happen to this spiritual Egypt like it happened to the first Egypt? Let's read. It says, verse 10, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them to dwell in the land of Egypt, right? But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and will smite Egypt with plagues as before. Now, hold on. Israel never went back into the literal Egypt over there in the east. We never read about or seen in history on the news that the Most High smote Egypt again with plagues. What Egypt you think he talking about? This spiritual Egypt Babylon the Great, that great city, which is spiritually Sodom and Egypt, this is the new Egypt he talking about. You see, let's read it again. 2nd Ezra 15:10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I would not suffer them to dwell in the land of Egypt. And guess, hey, Ezra was after Egypt, after Moses and Egypt and the Israelites coming out of Egypt. So this is talking about another place, right? Hey, like Moses said with the curse, Deuteronomy 28:68, we should go on slave ships on captivity again on ships in Egypt, man. Roughly paraphrasing, man. You see, this that new place of bondage. But this the point, though. I will not suffer them to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and will smite Egypt with plagues as before, man. As before. Just like he destroyed Egypt with plagues, the same thing he doing and he gonna do now in this new Egypt with plagues, man. You got the coronavirus, Lord willing, that ramp up and get worse and kill a lot of people, man. You see? And it says, and will smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy the land thereof, man. And what you think will happen to Babylon the Great when that last plague come, the missiles? When that Yahweh Shai come with death again, man. Egypt gonna be utterly destroyed. Babylon the Great will be utterly wiped away, man. You see? But this is gonna happen again. Plagues is gonna hit this spiritual Egypt again, man. Right? But we believe, right? Just like then Israel was saved. Well, the elect, let me grab this real quick. The elect of the Most High, which is the Israel of the Most High, gonna be saved now. All Israel ain't gonna be saved this time. This Galatians 6:16, it says, and as many as walk according to this rule, peace be on them and mercy upon the Israel of the Most High, man. And that's talking about the elect, because you know how the scripture says all Israel is not of Israel, man. Just because you're an Israelite don't make you an elect. Only the elect will be protected and saved in these times. Let's prove that. Let's go into some of these comfort scriptures now. You see, because we know plague is coming. It's gonna get worse. Yahweh Shai said a time like never before. Right? So we could be put in situations like never before, man. But just like in Egypt, we gonna have a faith, Lord willing, that we gonna be protected through all that. This 2nd Ezra 2, and I'm gonna start at 24. It says, abide still, O my people, and take thy rest, for thy quietness shall come. Nourish thy children, O thou good nurse, establish their feet. Watch this. As for the servants whom I have given thee. Now, who is that? That's the elect. That's the Israel of the Most High. The ones who was chosen from the foundations of the world. Let's see what's going to happen to these people when plagues come, right? Just like it happened to Israel when the plagues hit the former Egypt. It says, as for the servants whom I have given thee, there shall not one of them perish. For I will require them from among thy number. It's already set for the elect to be saved. Watch this. It says, be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, right? Others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. Same thing that happened in the literal Egypt with Moses and Aaron. You see, Pharaoh and the Egyptians, they was weeping. They was sorrowful. The plagues was hitting their ass, man. They was having the balls on their skin. Lice on them, they cattle dying, economy crashing, they was worrying, scared, you know, losing everything they had. But what the Israelites was just, they had sun when Egypt had darkness. They had food. Egypt ain't had no food. They wasn't struggling. Egypt was struggling. The same thing we gonna experience, man, Lord willing. It says, be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, Jacob's trouble, right? Others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. The heathen shall envy thee. Remember Pharaoh was envying. Remember, he was like, hold on, go see if their cattle died, man. Our cattle died. Go see if their cattle died. And they was like, nah, their cattle ain't dead. It said what? Pharaoh's heart was hard and he felt plagued. He envied Israel, man. It says, the heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee, saith Yahweh. My hand shall cover thee, so that thy children shall not see hell. So us and our children, if you have them, we ain't gonna see destruction, man. Because why? The Most High Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, and that by way of the angels, let's get that in Psalms 91. Go be protecting us, man. You know, just like we was protected aforetime in Egypt. This is Psalms 91, and Lord willing is making sense, you know, because we about to experience worse than what happened in Egypt, man. This is Psalms 91 and 1. I might read this whole chapter. It's fire. Psalms 91 and 1, it says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. What's the secret place of the Most High? Right here. The scriptures, man. The scriptures. This is a secret place. You know, hey, a secret ain't given to everybody. That's why the disciples asked Yahushua, why speakest thou unto them in parables? He said what? Because it's given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of the mysteries, the secrets of the kingdom of heaven is not given to them. Why? Wisdom and knowledge gonna be the stability of our time. That's the secret. Everybody ain't gonna know what to do in that time, but we gonna know. We was told. We was given the VIP. We was called, you know, on a conference call. Everybody went on a conference call, man. So this is the secret place, man. So wisdom and knowledge can be the stability of our times. It says, he that dwelleth in a secret place shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Stay protected. It says, I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. And what's that? That's those missiles that's going to come. You see, in a moment, in a twinkling of an eye, Yahweh shall go come and beam the elect up. It says, thou shalt, watch this, listen closely, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness. What's pestilence that walketh in darkness? The coronavirus, that's an example. Now, how do it walk in darkness? When something walking in darkness, can you see it? No, you can't see it. So you can't literally see coronavirus germs floating in the air and you dodging them and shit. You know what I mean? Somebody cough, you see coronavirus germs out their nose and shit. No, that's pestilence that's walking in darkness. People getting it, not even knowing how. That's a pestilence walking in darkness, man. It can hit you whenever, wherever. But the Lord says, thou shalt not be afraid. We shouldn't worry about that. Why? We're going to be protected. And that's where our faith got to kick in that, man. They was protected in the first Egypt, right? When all the plagues came. You see, ain't nothing new under the sun. We have to believe we're going to be protected when these plagues come upon this new Egypt, man. Right? It says, thou shalt not be afraid of the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor destruction that wasteth at noonday. It says, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Same thing that was happening in Egypt, man. Their people was dying. Their servants was dying in the field with the hail and the fire mingle. Their cattle was dying. Their firstborn sons was dead. But guess what? And this shall not come nigh thee. It didn't happen to Israel, though. Israel, they firstborns ain't died. Israel, they cattle wasn't dead. Israel, they trees and they land wasn't messed up. You see, that's real money. Everything for the Egyptians was messed up. The same thing today. 1,000 shall fall at thy side. We go see many people die on our right hand. You see, whether it's in the concentration camps, whether it's the race wars, martial law. You see, troops coming in and shooting them. Famine, pestilence. We go see them dying. On the left side, it says, fall at thy side and 10,000 at thy right hand, right and left. Many people go be dying. But for us, it says, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shall thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Just like Israel in the land of Goshen, man. They were just looking over there like, damn, I wonder why it's so dark in Egypt. You feel me? We got light over here. They looking like, damn, how the fuck hell and fire falling from the sky? Of course, they knew it was the Lord, you know, because Moses told them. But they're like, damn, bro, hell and fire falling from the sky, bro. We got a whole sunny day over here, you know? It says, because it says, only with thine eyes shall thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, which is my refuge, even the Most High thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. What's the title? Then and now, saved from the plagues in Egypt, man. If we make the Most High habitation, what's a habitation? A place where you dwell, where you live, man. Where we live in the scriptures. Our life revolves around this word, man. You see, we apply the law, statutes, commandments. We had to fear the Lord. So this is our habitation. And because of that, it says, there shall no evil befall thee. Whatever happened in Babylon the Great, it ain't gonna befall us. Even though we go be in the midst of it, this literally Psalm 91 is telling you that the elect will be in the midst of Jacob's trouble. But what it said about Jacob's trouble in Jeremiah 30 and 7, real quick, and I'm gonna go back to that. What it said about the elect, Jeremiah 30 and 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it, It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it, man. You see, the elect gonna be saved out of Jacob's trouble. But in order to be saved out of Jacob's trouble, what have to happen? You have to be put in Jacob's trouble, man. In order for Daniel to be saved out of the lion's den, he had to be put in the lion's den. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, in order to be taken out the fire furnace, they had to be put in there. So in order for us to be saved out of the plagues and Jacob's trouble, we have to be in the midst of them, although they ain't gonna touch us, man. Like, real quick, one more. Oh, there's a spirit. I flip right to it. This is what John the Revelator seen. He asked the angel after they were saved, man. After that, the 144,000 and a great multitude was saved. This is what he said. Revelation 7 and 13. And one of the elders answered, saying unto me, well, the elder says, what are these which are arrayed in white robes, and whence came they? And I said unto him, Sir, thou knowest. And he said unto me, these are they which came out of great tribulation. The elect got to come out of that great tribulation, man. It says, came out of great tribulation and have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. Woo, Passover. The blood of the Lamb, man. You see? Come on, man. Come on. Back in Psalms 91 and 10, it says, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. So the angels go be protecting us, man. It says, they shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Verse 14, because he have set his love upon, matter of fact, verse 13. I skipped that one. It says, and thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion and the dragon shall thou trample under feet, because that's another plague that's gonna come. Wild beasts go change their places. You're gonna have wild animals, man. I know y'all seen that seen that movie. What's the one with Will Smith? What's the one with Will Smith? Like the end of the world, man. When it was like wild animals running around. I know y'all probably seen it, man. I Am Legend, I think it is. I Am Legend. It was wild beasts running around, man. Because think about it. When all hell break loose, the police ain't gonna the police ain't gonna be working at their jobs. They're gonna be trying to save themselves and their families. They're like it's written in 2nd Ezra 15. The mayors, the governors, they're gonna be trying to save their soul. You think the zookeepers and the people who work at the zoo gonna be there to try to protect animals? No, man. No. The Most High gonna, just like shit. It happened in Acts when the Most High opened up the jail doors for Apostle Peter, Apostle Paul, and them. But it makes sense that the Most High gonna open up all these cages in the zoo, you see, and let them animals out, man. The scriptures told us wild beasts gonna change their places. You're gonna see lions and cheetahs and bears fresh out the zoo, been in oppression as well. You see, in the fucking cage, they ready to, man, hold on. They ready to let off some steam too, right? Watch this. Where is it? This is Sirach, right? But the point is, in Psalms 91, we're gonna be protected even from the animals that's coming. You see? Hey, another example. Didn't ravens bring bread and flesh to Elijah during a famine? Man, the Most High might have it. You in the woods somewhere, scared, scared. You hearing gunshots, people screaming. You in the woods, you in your household or whatever. All you hear is breathing behind you, a big ass bear or a lion or something. And you turn around scared, but the lion got you a whole meal right there, man. You see? A whole meal. You can't say it's far-fetched, bro. Bread, ravens brought bread and flesh to Elijah morning and noon. It was on a schedule. It wasn't a coincidence. They knew to bring it and where to bring it. The same thing, the Most High might have these wild animals bringing us food, man. Right? But I'm gonna get this real quick, because this also was gonna happen in the time of Jacob's trouble, man. The Most High gonna let everything loose. Leviathan, everything. That's why it's a time like Yahweh Shai said never before. Kind of brother Yashala YG said, check out that Netflix series Zoo. I'm gonna check it out. Beautiful precept. Psalms 50 and 14. Offer unto Yahweh thanksgiving and pay thy vows unto the Most High, and call upon me in the day of trouble. I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me, man. Beautiful, beautiful, man. Let me get this real quick with those animals, though. This is Sirach 39 and 28. It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury, right, lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, in the time of Jacob's trouble, right? When the plagues hit, right? It says in the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. They're going to try to kill everything in sight. And that's going to please the Most High, man. The one who made them. He made them just for this. Like Leviathan. Nobody seen Leviathan. Why? He made them just for the end of Esau world, man. And it says, watch this, fire in hell, woo, fire in hell like in Egypt. It says fire in hell, famine, and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts, teeth of wild beasts. It says, and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon the earth when need is. Whenever the Most High say go, Leviathan coming out the water. Whenever he ready to open up them zoo cages, they coming out the cages, man. With fury, ready to lay on vengeance, man. It says they shall be ready when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. The lion ain't go run up to a baby and be like, well, this a little baby, I'm gonna let you live, and run off. No, that baby head about to be torn off by that lion, man. You see? And whatever remaining from the lion, remaining from the baby, people go come eat that because it's gonna be a famine. They're gonna be looking for things to eat. And you can't say that's far-fetched either, because also, I think it's in 2 Kings, when it was a famine, the Israelites, one woman and another woman had a baby, and one woman went to the other woman and was like, look, let's ball your kid today, and we're gonna eat your child, and tomorrow we're gonna eat my child. Man, the woman said, cool, they balled her child and ate the child. The next day, the other woman, she left. She like, I got me a meal off your child. The other woman couldn't find her. The point being, cannibalism go come back in that day, man. All these things coming. And that's why we have faith and believe and hope that we will be protected from these plagues, man. Right? Just like Israel was in Egypt. But back in Psalms 91:13, it says, thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion, and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet. Because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high because he have known my name. And that's a precept to the brother precept on the screen. It says, call upon me in a day of trouble and I will deliver thee. Right here it says, I will deliver him and set him on high because he have known my name. It's a specific name you got to call on. It ain't God. It ain't Jehovah. It ain't Yahuwah. It ain't Jesus. It ain't Christ. It ain't, you know what I mean? Yeshua is Yahweh and Yahawashi. That's the names to call on, man. That's the names to call on. Yahweh, which is the heavenly Father, and Yahawashi, which is the only begotten Son of the Father, man. That's the names to call on if you want to be saved, man. You see? Hey, what it said in Acts 4:12? What it said in Acts 4:12? Real quick. Acts 4:12, it says, neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. There's only one name, Yahweh and Yahawashi, man. That's the names to be saved by. But Psalms 91:14, because he have set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high because he have known my name. That's a cut to IURC and all these other camps. They say we don't need the name. Yeah, we need the name, man. It says, he shall call upon me and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation, man. Woman and man, man. You see, you got to remember, it was many women who believed in Yahawashi. Mary Magdalene got to be somewhere today in reincarnation, and her sister Martha got to be somewhere. You see, the women who believed on Yahawashi, they got to be back too. You see, the women who did great acts in the Old Testament, they have to be back too. You know, Miriam, she's somewhere proud of today. The mother who died with her 7 sons in the apocrypha who didn't want to eat pork, she got to be back today too. Now, I ain't saying she got to, but hey, if reincarnation, in other words, the women who believed on the Heavenly Father then, believed on Yahawashi then, they're going to receive their salvation too. If the men did, the prophets did then, they doing it now. Guess what? Come on, man. You see, it's going to be a lot of women and children being saved along with men. You know? But let's continue on. Let's continue on. This is Job 5. Spirit, flip right to it. This is Job 5:19. Continue going into those plagues, man. But we believe we're going to be saved out. Job 5:19. It says, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yeah, in 7 shall no evil touch thee. Now, what's the 6 troubles? You know, not in no specific order, but just a number. But what's 6 troubles? That's your martial law. That's your race wars. That's your class wars. That's the famine of water and drink. You see, that's animals being let out of the cages. You see, that's cannibalism, man. All these things coming, man. You see, much death, much destruction. That's the 6 trouble. But what's the 7? What's the last trouble and plague? It says, yeah, and in 7 there shall no evil touch thee, because at that last trumpet, that's when those missiles go drop. So we gonna be delivered and saved through all the things during Jacob's trouble, the plagues, famine, whatever it is. Well, that last one, when the missiles come, we gonna be saved up out of here, man. At that 7, that last trumpet. You see? Let's read it again. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yeah, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword and famine. What the scripture said. In Isaiah 65, the Most High said, my servants shall eat, but they shall be hungry. My servants shall drink, but they shall be thirsty. We gonna have different food. These doomsday preppers ain't storing it up for themselves. I hope they know that. They storing it up for us. They doing the work for us. The Most High might have it. You have a doomsday prepper in your town, you see, storing up buku food and the shit you like. That's the thing. The shit you like, man. Storing that up, man. And it might happen he at work one day, him and his wife, his children at school. And while they at work, boom, all hell break loose. They can't even get home. They stuck in the streets being cut off for martial law. You see? Hey, Khan, shalom to the brother Kenya Howard, the Maccabees 144. How about Shema Shop Rakatha? Shalom, Shamala. That's a spirit. That's a spirit. That's what we don't know. That's a spirit, right? But it might be going back. And these things we have to believe in, man. You see, it might be he stored up everything you like, you see, and economy crash, they couldn't even make it home. They couldn't even make it home. Now the Most High may have you and your family on the run, stumble upon that house, right? Lord willing, stumble upon that house. You see, running from something, and it's nighttime. You just happen to run in the house. You and your family huddled up, sleep. Can't see nothing because it's dark. The lights don't work. Electricity cut off. You see, you wake up the next morning, the sun shining on all the shit he has stored up for himself. Now it's for you. Now it's for you, man. Now it's for you and your family. That's how in famine he shall redeem thee from death. The Most High gonna make a way. You see, and that's actually in the scriptures. That's actually in the scriptures. Real quick, this is Sirach 11. Real quick. Sirach 11, I'm gonna get straight to the point. In 18, it says, there is that waxeth rich by his wariness and pension, and that is the portion of his reward. Whereas he saith, I have found rest, and these them doomsday preppers. It says, whereas he said, I have found rest, and now will eat continually of my goods. I'm good. I got water over here. I got canned goods over here. I got my favorite food right here. I'm good. But watch what the Most High got to say. And yet he knoweth not what time shall come upon him, and that he must leave those things to others and die. You see? Come on, man. We have to believe in those things, man. If a raven came, feed Elijah bread and flesh in morning and evening, guess what can happen to us? Animals could feed us likewise, man. If the Most High had an angel bring Habakkuk from Jewry all the way to Babylon to feed Daniel in the lion's den, guess what? The Most High can have a brother bring you some food, man. You see, you might be in a concentration camp and ain't want to eat because they serving pork, and the only way to eat, you got to get the chip. The Most High have a brother give you food, and then the brother break you out of the concentration camp. Now you good. These things we have to believe in. Right. Khan. The brother Yahweh the Maccabees, Psalms 34:17, the righteous cry, and the Lord heareth and delivereth them out of all their troubles. Beautiful, man. The brother Shamala said they go have that Porto stored up. That's that wine, you know, we be drinking out here in Houston, man. Hey, right, you know. But it says back in Job 5:20, it says, in famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh. Bro, why would you laugh at destruction and famine? Because wisdom and knowledge go be the stability of our time. This is what we waiting on. If you don't know that Yahweh Shai go come after all these things happen, or is a kingdom coming, salvation right after all this destruction, you probably gonna think this go on forever. These people in America, they ain't gonna think about the things that was written aforetime. They ain't gonna look at the generations of old. They ain't gonna go back and think about the examples where the Most High saved Daniel out of lions and he could snow. They ain't gonna think about that because they not being rooted and built up now. We gonna think about these things, man. You see, we gonna think about this, right? So it said that destruction and famine thou shalt have. Why? Because we've been waiting on it. We know we that much more closer to finally seeing the Lord Yahushua. We gonna be excited that America being destroyed. We gonna be excited because why? We believe we gonna be saved. What shall we be afraid of? And that's where conscience kick in. Because if you're not really doing what you're supposed to do, you see, if you're only doing it before brothers on YouTube, but when you by yourself and you bullshitting, guess what? Your conscience go kick in that day. You ain't gonna have confidence because you gonna know you've been bullshitting, and you gonna be like, fuck, you know, you ain't gonna believe. That's why it's important. That's why the scripture said, be rooted and grounded in Yahushua, man, so we can have confidence in that day. You know, not letting our sins weigh us down. Matter of fact, hold on, real quick. Matter of fact, I'm gonna finish this out. Then I'm gonna get that precept. This is Job 5:22. It's a lot if I'm talking fast, man. You know, they're excited. It says that destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. What we just got in Sirach. You see, these beasts gonna be let out, but we shouldn't worry about that. Psalms 91, it said we shouldn't worry about these wild animals being let loose. They might be the animals to come bring us some food. It says, for thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. There you go, man. There you go. You might have somebody ready to cut your head off, got a gun on you, asking you for food. A lion might come out of nowhere and eat that man up. Now you good. The Most High might have you and your family with a pet lion or a pet bear in Jacob's trouble, man, walking around with you, protecting you, man. You see, it's not far-fetched with the Lord. But going back to the point on let's get this in second. That's just real quick. Hey, that's a day you want to be confident when all hell breaks. You don't want to worry or doubt or regret. Like, damn, I knew I should have did more. I knew I should have went on the highways and hedges. I knew I should have did videos. Damn, I knew I should have. You know what I mean? You don't want to regret. You don't want your conscience to condemn you, and you don't want your sins to let you weigh you down, man. You see? Con. Let me grab this brother precept. Matthew 6:25. It says, therefore say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat or what you shall drink, nor yet for your body or what you shall put on. It is not the life more than meat, and the body more than raiment? Behold, the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap. Right? Birds, it says, neither gather into barns. Birds don't, store food, and no, they just get it when they can get it. It says, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them, or not ye not much better than they? So we shouldn't have to worry, damn, what I'm gonna eat tomorrow? You in Jacob's trouble. The Most High give you a meal, like, okay, so what we gonna eat now? Your wife asks, what we gonna eat now? Don't worry about that. The Lord gonna make you eat. You see? What we gonna drink now? The Lord gonna let you drink, man. You see? Come on. Hey, and another thing, when you go into the scriptures, because we can't just look at it as these people when the time of famine, like, damn, I ain't eating. That's an opportunity to look at it as, well, when you think about the people in the scriptures like Ezra, when he was fasting, the Most High gave him some great visions because he was fasting, right? Many other people, they was fasting and the Most High increased their understanding. You see? Or gave them a vision or sent them an angel like Ezra. Bro, it might be in Jacob's trouble. You don't got food. Don't look at it as, oh my God, the Most High ain't feed me. I'm starving. There's a famine. No, look at it as, okay, I'm going to just fast. You see, I'm going to be cool till the Most High do feed me. How you know? Through that fast, an angel ain't gonna come and, work a miracle or do something, man. Like Yahushua said, is anything impossible with the Most High? No, man. Right? Perfect scripture. I'm gonna read this 2 Ezra 15 real quick, and then I'm gonna get that because that's perfect. This 2 Ezra 16, right? Going into that Jacob's trouble again. It says, this is when the martial law troops come in, man. And that's another plague that's gonna come. It says, 2 Ezra 16 and 68, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. And these them mercenary troops talking about throwing you in the concentration camps, man. It says, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. For there shall be in every place and in the next city a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. And who really got fear of a God? That's the Israelites. You see, they have fear of a God. That's why it's called Jacob's trouble. But ultimately, who really fear not just a God, but Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, the elect? They're going to be trying to come for the elect, man. Right? And it says, and they shall be like madmen, sparing none, right? But spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses, taking you out your house, throwing you into a truck, taking you to the concentration camp. But watch this, it says, then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold is tried. Going back to Psalms 91. Yeah, we believe we're gonna be saved out of Jacob's trouble, but in order to be saved out of there, we have to be put in there first. We're gonna be in the midst of Jacob's trouble, man. Psalms 91, shit, is the elect being protected in the midst of Jacob's trouble with being saved out of there, man. Right? It says here, O ye my beloved, which is the house of David, said the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Come on. Come on. Alas, it is the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it, man. You see, it says, be ye not afraid. Don't be scared, because you already was warned what was to come. You already know. You shouldn't be caught by surprise. Be not afraid, man. Ain't you reading you're going to be saved out of these things? Have faith. Right? It says, be not afraid, neither doubt. Don't doubt. Don't doubt, man. Don't doubt what the Lord can do. You see? Don't doubt, man. You see, if you get in a situation, say if you do get thrown into the concentration camp, you can't look at your woman or your woman look at you and be like, well, we ain't an elect. We got caught. We got caught. You see? Damn, we ain't elect. The Lord said he was going to deliver us. Well, why we got caught? No, don't think like that. Think, okay, well, the Lord, he let us get caught because he about to work a miracle to save us out of here. Again, in order for Daniel to be saved out of the lions, then he had to be thrown in there, man. In order for you to be saved out of the concentration camp, you have to be thrown in there. In order for Peter to be saved out of jail, he had to be thrown in jail, man. You see? Come on. So don't doubt. It says, be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh is your God and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Lord. It's the point. And in all this, it says, let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves, man. Don't think like, damn, I was fucking up. The Lord ain't about to save me, bro. Damn, I should have did this for that brother. Damn, I knew I should have helped that. All that's going to fuck with you. Well, Satan going to try to fuck with you, man. Block it out. Don't doubt. You see? Don't let that get to you, man. Now, let me get that brother precept, because this is the mindset we have to have. The brother Shamala, GMS Bayav Dawada, 1 John 2:28, and now little children abide in him, that when he shall appear, we may have confidence. Confidence, man. And be not ashamed, and not be ashamed before him at his coming. You see, in Jacob's trouble, you were like, damn, bro, I know the Lord ain't about to deliver me. I was bullshitting, bro. Your conscience go condemn you. Your sins go weigh you down. You're not going to have confidence. But if you go out like the Apostle Pauls of the world, shit, I'm ready to be off for you. He's like, I'm ready to be off for shit. My time, I'm at the end. I know I got a crown later for me for the Lord. Why? Because he said he fought the good fight. He kept the faith. He knew he did what he had to do. You see? That's why you're going to have confidence, man. Let's get some more brothers' precepts. John 14:12. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, he shall do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. Beautiful, man. You know, we gonna do miracles. We gonna do things, and things gonna happen for us too. Psalms 34:14, and then after that, I got couple more, well, one more precept, we good, but I'm gonna get y'all brothers precepts on the comment board, man. Psalms 34:14, the wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be upright in conversation, and they go come for us, bro. You know, but when they come for us, that standing, whoo, man, that's a spirit, bro. That's a spirit. I was just about to quote it, but had it right here. That standing go be lifted, man. Just like, going back to the first Egypt, then when Pharaoh and them, when Israel was let go, Pharaoh and them said, man, fuck that. Let's go get them again. They was getting them. They was running to them. Now Israel back was against the sea. They ain't had nowhere to go. They was in between Pharaoh and his army and the sea. Guess what happened? A standard was lifted and the Most High split the sea, man. Come on. So when Esau come in like a flood with us, knowing that he have a short time, so he go come down on that great route, the Most High go lift up another standard, man. Right? Let's read it. It says, let's get this one real quick. Hebrews 11:6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. And how much more if he rewarding us now? You see, right? If he rewarding us now, because we seeking him when all hell not breaking loose, how much more he gonna reward us when all hell breaking loose, man? When we gonna seek him and call on him. If we did it, because look, when all hell break loose, it's easy for somebody to say, God help me, God save me. No, he wants you to ask for help and wants you to ask him to save you, him and Yahweh Shai, when things going good too. Come on, man. How much more? How much more when we go through Jacob's trouble, he gonna reward us, man? But Psalms 59:19, the brother Yashala YG, when Esau coming like a flood, so shall they fear the name of Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against them, man. He gonna make a way. He gonna make a way, but believe that. Have faith in that. It's written, right? The Most High ain't a man that he should lie, right? What it said, his word shall not go out void or return void, right? Guess what? It's already written, the elect gonna be saved. And you ask yourself, well, am I doing what the elect would do? Am I reading, studying, fasting, praying? You see, honoring the high holy days to the best of my ability, keeping the laws to the best of my ability, believing in 100% doctrine that the Lord gave to his prophets, starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the brothers on down, and you don't have to just be in Great Millstone as long as you're teaching the same 100% doctrine. As long as I'm doing all this that the elect was said to do, my chances are good, man. But it all goes to this. The brother B.A., Matthew 24:13, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved, man. That's the elect, you know, right? That's the elect. The brother said, right. You might be on a guillotine, the blade stop, and you get spiritual power. Or you might be in a guillotine, the blade come down, instead of your neck being cut off, the blade break on your neck. You can't say that's far-fetched. Then the ball still bent or break on King David for him, man. Let's get that. That's that standard being lifted, man. That's that standard being lifted. This is Psalms 18:34. He teacheth my hands to war, so that a bow of steel is broken by my arms, man. King David broke a bow of steel with his arms, so that guillotine blade might break on your neck, and then you get spiritual power and go off. You know what I mean? And save the other brothers who was under the guillotine, who was next. You see? Come on, man. Come on. The blade coming down. Don't the scripture says we shall be beamed up in the twinkling of an eye? When Yahweh Shai come back, man, it might happen. You seeing that blade being let down, that shit right here, you just see Yahweh Shai come, boom, all of a sudden you open your eyes again, you got your new body on the chariot. In the moment, in the twinkling of an eye, man, believe in that. Right. The water. Sirach 14:1. Blessed is the man that have not slipped with his mouth and is not pricked with the multitudes of sins. Don't worry about what you went off on. Think about it this way. Aren't we born again in Yahweh Shai? So technically, the sins that would weigh you down, you didn't commit that. That other man committed that. That's that old man. You don't have no dealings with that old man or woman no more. You knew. So those same sins that you committed shouldn't weigh you down, because you didn't do that as the new person. You didn't commit those sins. You see, we renewed and washed in Yahweh Shai. We didn't do that. They shouldn't weigh us down. It says, blessed is he whose conscience have not condemned him, and who is not fallen from his hope in the Lord. Right, your conscience ain't gonna condemn you, man. Say you in a concentration camp, they killing people, you next, you starving, you see, and they go ask you, hey, you want to take this chip? If not, we're gonna have to kill your son first, and we're gonna kill your wife, kill your daughter, then we go kill you. Say they might kill your child. Who knows, bro? Like the 7 sons and the mother in Maccabees, man. Who knows? Because we also got to remember, some of these elect have to die, but that's not a bad thing. You down for the Lord. The scripture says, if a brother could post it, Psalms 115:16, precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. You gonna be beamed up on the chair first. You gonna have your new body before the ones who still living. You see? But the point is, don't lose hope or fall from your hope in the Lord and say, okay, we'll take the chip. No, fuck that. Die for the Lord, man. Hey, what the scripture says, strive for the truth unto what? Death, and the Lord shall fight for thee, man. You see that? And it says, yep. Ooh, brother's going in, man. Con. Yeah, we got that Psalms 91. Yep. Shit, I ain't on fire. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the spirit on fire. Shit, y'all on fire, you know? We all one. Yahweh said we all one. The Father, him, the believers, we all one, man. We all on fire. It's time for us to get out of here, bro. You know, it's time for us to get out of here, man. You know? But that's pretty much what I wanted to go into. That's all I had. Look at that, brother. Last precept. 1 Thessalonians 4:16. For the Lord Yahweh himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead and Mashiach shall arrive first. Exactly, bro. But going back to the point, you know, some probably came in a little later, some probably came in a little later, but we went into the plagues then that hit Egypt. You see? And the different plagues that hit the Egyptians, Pharaoh, his family, the servants, everybody in Egypt, those plagues didn't touch the Israelites, man. You see? And we got some of those examples. And then we went how we're in that spiritual Egypt today. You see how we're in that spiritual Egypt today, and what the Most High said in 2nd Esdras 15, as we got plague, he gonna bring plagues on Egypt as before, but just like it didn't hit the Israelites then in Egypt, the Israel, the Most High, the elect, we believe it ain't gonna touch us now if we do what we have to do, man. Well, let's get this. And what was the ultimate plague? They had to have that blood on their doorpost, right? That blood on their doorpost. Well, who is our blood? From our unblemished lamb, Yahweh, like I said in 1 Peter 1. But this the point, because they was passed over. All those plagues passed over the Israelites. And the ultimate one, when that death angel came, it passed over the Israelites and they were saved. We hoping the same thing for this new Exodus. You see that when Yahweh bring that death, the plagues pass over us before that death angel come. You see, being Yahweh, and then when he come, none of that destruction touch us. None of that fire from the missiles touch us. Like I said in Job, in 6 troubles, he gonna deliver us. And in 7, yeah, he gonna save us too, man. You see, but I'm gonna get this Ezekiel 9:4. It says, real quick, it says, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sign cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And what's that mark? Tawah, man. Exemption from, man, hold on, let's go into it. Let's get it in the blue letter real quick, and I'm gonna end it after this. But that's Tawah, man. Exemption of judgment, man. So that judgment of plagues that's gonna come, if we have that mark on our foreheads, what's our foreheads? Our mind. And what's that mark? The blood of Yahweh, man. This truth, the wisdom and knowledge, man. You see, you know, we seal with the Holy Spirit of promise. But let me get this word. Let's see, Mark. Let me see if I can share my screen with y'all, man. Share screen. And we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, man. The water for the brothers, y'all. Precepts, man. Beautiful precepts. We're gonna go ahead and get this. This is Ezekiel 9:4 for that word mark. It's Tawah, right? And this is what it says. Mark as a sign of exemption from judgment. Let's see what exemption mean, man. Let's see what exemption mean. Exemption from judgment. Exemption says the process of freeing our state of being free. Come on, man. So we gonna be free from the judgment to come. The judgment ain't gonna touch us, man. We gonna be free from that. Why? Because we gonna have that mark on us, man. Starting with the prophets, then the believers, man. You know. Let's see. And it says, upon the foreheads of the men that sign cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said in my hearing. So, hey, right, that death angel, he gonna pass over us because we had that mark. You see, Lord willing. But for the others who gonna have to go through these plagues without the mark, without the blood on their doorposts, it says, and to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite, kill him. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Don't worry about if they're infant, kill them. Don't worry about if they're old lady in a wheelchair, kill her. You see, this is what the angels gonna do, man. Yahweh being a chief angel, man. It says, well, the next verse gonna say it, slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, man. Don't come near nobody. Like the brother said, who had that white stone, who had the Holy Spirit of truth covering them, man, who had that blood of Yahweh in their minds, man. You see, who been believing in me this whole time. Now in the time of Jacob's trouble, I'm going to save him out of here. Don't come near him. You see? And it says, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. And they begin at the sanctuary at the ancient men which were before the house, the ones who know the Israelites, man. You see? But just wanted to go into that. Yup. Job 5:19, he shall deliver thee in 6 trouble. Yeah, and 7 shall no evil touch thee. In 6 troubles, Jacob's trouble. That's why all those things that's going to come in that 7, that's when the missiles go come. And we shouldn't, be partakers of that, but be partakers in watching that destruction, man. But hey, again, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. The water for you walking, and Aqua for helping out on the comment board. Hey, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rakakadash, Brakatham to you all, man. A Passover, you know what I mean, coming. You see, so it's a serious time. Hey, we honoring this Passover and we looking for the Passover to come. But Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to all you Akim and Aquath out there, man. Who believe in this truth, you Akim, you pushing this truth. And with that, Shalom.